Hello, YouTube. Ha! It's me again. Alright. I know it's been a while since I had a video, but something happened recently that has really got me annoyed. I am sick of there being a two-system justice system in this country. What I mean by that is right now, I read something about this person who was serving 35 years. He was just sentenced 3 years ago. 3 years ago, he was sentenced to 35 years for sharing secret information with people who were not classified to be seeing it or hearing it. And yet, there is a person running for president who did the same thing. No charges. No charges because she's running for president. The system is rigged towards the politicians. It's not about white privilege. It's not about, anything like that. This is strictly politicians get away with the crimes. Perfect example. Like I said, was that 30 guys? This person sentenced to 35 years for sharing secrets. Hillary sends those secrets out through a private email, which was hacked several times. Very careless. Knows she's not supposed to be sending secret messages to people. Not secret messages, but top secret information to people. Did it anyway. Several times. They said they found several email chains discussing this stuff on unsecured networks. How many people are sitting in Leavenworth? For those that don't know, that is a federal prison where military personnel go when they commit federal crimes. How many people are sitting in jail for that across this nation? How many people are sitting in jail for scamming somebody on land deals? Not Hillary. Look it up. How many people are supported by the feminist movement for standing next to her womanizing man? Only Hillary. Other women get criticized and told, you should leave him. He cheated on you once? You should leave him. This is the feminist movement. You have power, girl. But nobody says it to Hillary. Hillary stays by her man who committed adultery several times over. Had extramarital affairs all over the place. But the feminists love Hillary. Here's one for all politicians. The healthcare system. Us poor people have to have healthcare. If we don't, we have to pay a fine for not having healthcare. Meanwhile, politicians are exempt from that. Politicians' staff is exempt from it. So if you're schmoozing with people that work in D.C. for the government, you get to keep your Cadillac plans. If you don't have a plan, that's okay. You won't be penalized. You're exempt from that law. That's the type of stuff I'm sick of. I am sick and tired of politicians getting away with stuff that the common people get thrown in jail for. Tax evasion, another one. Lying on your taxes. Hillary and Bill, through their non-profit organization, failed to mention a bunch of the money that went in. And then, here's a scheme. The money goes into a non-profit organization, and then that non-profit organization pays Hillary to breathe. Because she won't tell us what the speech was about. So I guess they paid her just to sit there and breathe. Because we don't know what the speech was. We're not allowed to know what the speech is. How many people are sitting in prison for destroying federal documents? But Hillary and her little hench people get to be scot-free. Oh well, big deal. I'm still running for president. And here's another thing about Hillary. How many times do you have to reinvent yourself? Why can't you just be true about who you are and let the people decide? Best politician I've ever heard speak was not a politician. He was a pro wrestler turned politician. Jesse Ventura. He told the people of Minnesota, look, this is what I'm for, this is what I'm against. If you like me, vote for me. If you don't, then don't vote for me. Plain and simple. He didn't try to smoozy up to this group and then say something different to that group like politicians do. They'll talk to the oil industry. Oh, I love you guys, man. We're going to drill more oil. We're going to expand your business. And then they go to the environmentalists and say, we're going to tear down the oil industry. They're polluting everything. Why? Because they're trying to play both sides of the field. Why don't you just lay out your plans, lay out what you're for and against, and let the people decide? No, Hillary has to reinvent herself. Here's why. I can just imagine her. Okay, I'm going to do a little impersonation. Alright. I'm a hip old woman who loves to get on the twatter machine. That's Twitter, Miss Hillary. Oh, dang, I gotta reinvent myself. Okay, I like to tweak. That's twerk. Oh, man, reinvent myself. Hold on. I'm so hip that I'm into DVDs. People stream their videos now. Oh, man, dang, reinvent myself. Hold on. I'm so hip that I listen to what's his name? Justin Bieber. He's a has-been. Oh, man, reinvent myself. Okay, I listen to, who's a new person? Anybody know? Anybody know who's a new singer? Because I'm a hip woman. I know what I'm talking about. That's Hillary, okay? Every time she gets caught not getting a good percentage, she's got to change. I'm for that. Hillary, your approval rating for that topic is at 40%. I'm against it. Oh, it just jumped up to 60. Woo! That's where you need to be, okay? Okay, I'm sick of politicians doing that. Lay out what you're for and against and let the people decide. Please. Another thing politicians are getting away with. I said before, tax evasion. Hillary forgot to mention on her taxes a bunch of stuff. No penalty. Really? What's that guy named? Al Sharpton. Tax evaded. He's not being looked at. Nope, Justice Department says nothing to see there either. And this goes not just federal. This is also state and local governments. Politicians will get caught doing drugs or have a bunch of money in their freezer. Illegal money in their freezer. Illegal gotten money. Nothing happens to them. Meanwhile, the common person who does something like that is thrown in jail. If they're in the military, they may be relieved of command. If they're in a position of command, such as the captain of a ship, he will lose that title and be given a desk job and forced to retire. So he loses his job. Military people, they get caught on urinalysis doing drugs once. They're processed out. They're gone. They lose their job. Meanwhile, politicians can do drugs. They get to keep their job. In fact, the common people re-elect them. What is wrong with our society? Oh, well, he's doing drugs. He got busted. I'm going to re-elect him. I mean, we should be holding our politicians to a higher standard. Okay? We should. They are supposed to be leading us, and you lead not just with laws and executive actions, but by example. The best way to lead people is by example. I mean, I could tell my daughter all day long, clean your room. But if my room's a mess, she's going to look at me and say, really, Dad? You don't clean yours. Okay, so I try and keep my room straight and neat. It may not be spotless, but at least it's organized and not cluttered most of the time. I say most of the time because you guys can probably see over here, I got some stuff. It's lying around. Stuff up here lying around. Okay? Somewhat organized. I need a little bit touching up on my organization. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the hypocrisies. I'm tired of criminals being allowed to go after positions of power like the president. The position of the president. And this goes for, I mean, I'm not just bashing him or her. This also goes for Trump, who ran a education scam. Come get your education at Trump University, where all he did was take money and never gave a diploma worth a damn. Okay? If that's true, he should be punished too. Okay? I'm tired of the double standards that rich, powerful, political people or movie stars gets away with stuff that the common working people get thrown in jail or lose their jobs over. America, it is time to wake up. It is time to start holding your politicians and people that you hold dear, that you revere, that you worship, that you want to be like, to a higher standard. Alright? We should be holding those type of people up to higher standards. We need to wake up, and we need to elect leaders, not criminals. Alright? Laws should be passed that encompasses everybody, regardless of how much money you have, regardless of what position or job title you have. If you are a U.S. citizen, all laws should apply to every single U.S. citizen. Therefore, nobody should be exempt with this law, with these healthcare laws. Nobody should be exempt to tax evasion. Nobody should be exempt to sharing classified information with non-authorized personnel. And we need a justice system who's going to have a backbone to say, look, I am the third leg of this government. I am as equal to the other two. And I am going to hold these people accountable to criminal actions. Okay? I'm saying right now, let's arrest every single person in D.C. for all those crimes that they've committed. Let's look at our politicians and start holding them accountable. Citizens arrest on all of them that have committed crimes and have never been punished for them. Alright? I want a nation that's great. I want people to be able to look up to the president and say, Mommy, Daddy, I want to be president someday. And have that mommy and daddy not look at the president and go, dang, my son's going to be a crook. My son's going to be a tax evader. My son's going to say whatever he can or she can to get out of any situation and to get people to like him. He or she's going to reinvent themselves 7 times until the popularity goes up. I don't want that. I want people to look at that president, the office of the president, and say, look, that president is a good, outstanding citizen. They pay their taxes on time. They pay all their taxes. They don't commit fraud. They don't commit any crimes. And they don't give in to cronyism. They don't give positions of authority and power to people who donate to their campaign and have no other qualification other than they gave a bunch of money to get them elected. I'm tired of those type of things happening too. People should be qualified for the job that they have, not just because they gave a bunch of money to the candidate when they were running for the office. And again, I'm talking about Hillary when she became Secretary of State and gave her biggest donor, his only qualification was he gave a bunch of money, a job to be the head of some nuclear program or other that he had no qualification for. Wake up, America. Take a hard look at your politicians that you're voting in. We need to be holding them up to positions of respect, someone that you can look up to. Not because they got away with crime, but because they are an outstanding citizen. That's my rant for today. Leave your comments below. Like, subscribe. Like I said, it's not just one side, it's both sides. I could probably find a whole bunch of evidence on both sides. Take care.